Tiger 850 Sport or Tiger 900? Which one should you buy? That's what we're about to answer. So both bikes back to back, same road, same day. What are the differences? Well, there are three main differences between the 850 Sport, which is on the right hand side, and the Tiger 900, which is on the left hand side of the screen here. First big difference obviously is price. So let's talk about that as we go through Suburbia here. The 850 starts at a remarkable price of just £9,300, whereas the Tiger 900 starts at £11,400. The 850 Sport came out in 2021 and effectively was a replacement for the Tiger 900 base model, which always felt a bit of a distant relative from the rest of the range: GT, GT Pro, Rally, Rally Pro. One of the big differences between the two obviously is equipment. Now heading through town here you can see immediately the difference in those dashboards and that TFT screen, just 5 inches on the 850 Sport against the 900's 7-inch display. Now it doesn't sound like a big difference, only 2 inches, but actually when you do look down you can see how much more information you can see on that 7-inch TFT. Also look at the controls here. You can see that the 850 Sport is missing the hand guards. It's also missing a few of the nice extra bits that you do get as standard on the 900. Things like heated grips, also illuminated switchgear and cruise control. Now doesn't sound like much, but again those are nice additional things that you're going to notice every single day when you ride the bike. Power output between the two is very similar, and as you'll see in a minute when we get onto an A road or motorway, between the two you're hard pushed to actually see a performance difference, but you can feel a difference between the two. The 850 Sport puts out 84 horsepower and 82 newton meters of torque against the Tiger 900, which puts out 94 horsepower, so 10 more, and 87 newton meters of torque, so 5 more newton meters. Now it doesn't sound like a huge amount, and certainly if you see the acceleration between the two here in the video, it is very, very close. I mean, we're talking milliseconds if anything, and really you're not going to notice it day-to-day driving. However, drive the two back to back and you can feel a difference. The power to weight ratio is an indication of this. The 850 Sport manages 0.44 horsepower per kilogram, whereas 900 manages 0.49 horsepower per kilogram. Again, doesn't sound like a huge difference, but that is around 11%. And for me, when I was riding the 850, it always felt like it had got that little bit more to give and it was being held back. And for me that was a frustration, along with the rest of the bike, missing that bigger screen, missing the nice things like the heated grips, the cruise control and so forth. It just felt like a less complete bike. Now that price difference, it's worth factoring that in, because if you are going to go for an 850 Sport and start speccing it up and adding these optional extras, be mindful of how much you are actually spending on the bike, and could you actually just go for a Tiger 900? Perhaps you could go for an X-Demo model as well, because they are coming up to a year old now. The 900 for me felt like the bike that the Tiger 900 was always built to be, whereas the 850 still felt like a distant relative. It felt like a cut back version of it, almost like a light version of the 900, and for me that was too much of a frustration. I'm only going to pay for the bike once, but I'm going to ride the bike every single day, and I don't want to be reminded every single day that actually I've just saved money to get myself onto a Triumph Tiger. I'd prefer to get on a bike and know that I'd purchased the right bike from day one. Also remember, your residuals will be different as well, so you may well recoup the difference when you come to sell the bike in a few years time. For me, if I was going to buy one bike, I would buy the bike that the Tiger was always built to be. I'd buy the 900. My recommendation to you, if you are thinking about an 850 or a 900, go to your Triumph dealer and ride both bikes back to back, and if you can, ride them back to back twice. So go 850, 900, then back to the 850, and make sure you are happy with the compromises you're making. Now if you've enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up and maybe check out the rest of my channel. You can see this video without my commentary. The raw footage is on my channel. You can also watch both of the bikes individually without the other one interrupted. So all of that is on my channel right now, and coming up in a few weeks time, I'm excited to say that a new bike will be joining my fleet, but I'm not going to tell you which one just yet. Maybe it is the 900, maybe it's something else entirely. Anyway, subscribe to my channel for that and loads more great content. I post new videos every week and only ever publish great content. Thanks again for watching.